A few years ago, the Coalition for Public Safety announced that they were going to issue several $100,000 grants, and they opened that up to requests for proposals from worthy organizations across the country dealing with addiction, homelessness, incarcerated people. And I had toured the Men's Hope House down here in Bowling Green, and I reached out to Brian Lewis and I said, "You guys are a perfect fit for this."
This is beautiful. We're so excited.
This is incredible how it's turned
Oh,
out.
my goodness.
I am absolutely elated and just thrilled to see what they have done with the grant they received from Coalition for Public Safety in building this incredible facility for women, along with, of course, many other donors, churches in our town, businesses in our town, and individuals who really saw the need for a facility like this. We've just sadly seen drug abuse and alcohol abuse skyrocket among women, and many of them are mothers. 1 in 4 incarcerated women now is either pregnant or has a child under 1 year old. So this doesn't just impact the woman and her life, but their children's lives. So we're doing everything we can to try to seek ways to put people on a path to recovery and taking their lives back and restoring their lives and being part of the community.
When we were looking, doing Jobs for Life in the Warren County Jail, it really started back in 2013. We're talking to those inmates and we're like, hey, you know, what is your biggest roadblock? And they're talking about transportation, and they're talking about their need to find recovery help and helping restore their relationships. And so even if they got out and got a job, a lot of the systemic problems in their other silos of their life is going to lead them back into reincarceration or relapse or whatever it may be. And so that's when we look at a holistic approach from a recovery side to where you're standing here now seeing us about to start our women's program. So it's pretty amazing.
I remember the first time that I actually became intoxicated, I was like 12. And so it was just a normal thing for me at a very early age to indulge in alcohol. And then, you know, the drugs came later. I got mixed up, on the streets with some people that definitely did not have my best interest at heart. And before I was 23, I had a pretty extensive prison sentence on my record. It was a mess, and it was ugly, and it was an endless cycle that just, it was horrible. The Bible was introduced to me, you know, in the cell and, you know, by certain people that I came into contact with while I was in and out. But they had sign-ups for the Jobs for Life program. So I went, and these little ladies that are our coaches, they came in there, and for an hour and a half every week, I just felt human, and I felt like somebody cared. And I knew that if I stayed in contact with Hope House and with things that were going on here, that my life could get better, and that's what I wanted. Ultimately, you know, you have to want it too. It's been amazing, you know, to have God introduced to me in a way like that, to where not just that I'm saved, but that He wanted a relationship with me. That was the first time I was introduced to the idea of having a relationship with God, was through that Jobs for Life class. One thing that I'm super, super excited about with Hope House is the new women's program, the faith-based treatment program for women. I really feel like if something like that had been available for me 20 years ago, and God could have, you know, you guys and God could have got a hold of me a long time ago, that it may not have taken so long.
Our worldview is that all human beings are broken, that we all have baggage and issues and hang-ups, and that some of us may do a better job hiding those. Some of us may have more socially acceptable problems, but that we all stand before God with the same level of brokenness. And so we believe that it is possible through what Jesus did on the cross for any person to be restored. It doesn't matter who they are. Because we have that worldview, out of that, we believe in second chances.
Kelly and I have been interested in the idea of second chances for a long time.
Once you're someone who's caught in the web of addiction and perhaps even been incarcerated, there's a spiral of violence and loss. Many of them have probably lost friends, no doubt family members, their jobs, their dignity. And so to be welcomed into a space like this, where they are in a beautiful new space with people who are working with them, encouraging them, wanting to put them on this path to wholeness again, is going to, I think, just lift anybody's spirits. I mean, think of the opportunities that they'll have here, opportunities to get a job, transportation to that job, people working with them on life skills like cooking and balancing a checkbook and encouraging them in their faith. Remembering that, Jesus Christ loves them and is there for them, and that they, no matter what mistakes they have made in their past, that we believe in redemption. We believe that someone, no matter how lost or broken someone's life is, that there's an opportunity for them to come back. And this beautiful space is just a tangible example of the belief that we have in them, that Hope House has in them, and that our community of Bowling Green has in these women.